Hello everybody. At this time we are talking about target pricing. Target pricing is the process of estimating a competitive price in the marketplace and applying a firm standard profit margin to that price in order to arrive at the maximum cost that a new product can have. A design team then tries to create a product with the requisite features within the preset cost constraint. If the team cannot complete the product within the cost constraint, the project is terminated. By taking this approach, a firm can assure itself of earning a reasonable profit across its product line without being burdened by any low profitability products. However, if the standard profit margin is set too high, it may not be possible to develop very many products within the cost constraint. And then we move to benefits of target pricing. The first benefit, improving competitiveness. By focusing on market price from the start, companies can design products that fit consumer expectations and compete more effectively. The second, profit margin optimization. Companies can better control their profit margins by reversing the process and adjusting costs to reach a desired selling price. And third, sales optimization. Setting prices from day one that consumers are willing to pay maximizes sales volume by launching a product with price acceptance. And then we move to which industries follow target pricing. The industries where the competition is intense and demand is price elastic have to follow target pricing in order to be competitive in the market. Price elastic demand means the level of demand changes in accordance with the changes in prices. If price increases, demand decreases, and vice versa. Thus, in order to counter the negative outcome of fall in demand, the business has to quote a price that's acceptable in the market. Target pricing was particularly made popular by Japanese motor companies such as Toyota and Nissan. And then we move to importance of target pricing. Sometimes in certain markets, rather than calculating the price from the cost you incur, it is more productive to first see how much price a customer would be willing to pay. The target pricing method is quite beneficial in these scenarios as the demand is very high. If the price is not in the range which the market would pay, the product or service would not sell. If the company reduces the price under market pressure, then it would lead to losses as the cost would be high and less prices would lead to loss or reduction in profit. So if the target pricing method is followed properly, then it would mean that the price would be in good range, but cost would always be lower as they were received calculated from price itself and can help company to get profit in long term. And then we move to advantages of targeted pricing. There are a few examples of the advantages of targeted pricing. The first, it facilitates efficient and optimum utilization of resources within an organization. Second, with the coordination of production, marketing, design, and engineering, businesses can remain a step ahead of any major shift in trends. Third, the process leads to new and creative ways of lowering costs. Fourth, by having a target price in mind when designing the aspects of a product, the company's expenditure can remain within the allotted target cost. And fifth, customers benefit from the introduction of high-quality value and products or services. And then we move to the goal of target pricing strategy. The objective of the target pricing strategy is to plan, design, and manage your resources in order to decrease the cost. The focus of this model should be on the market and competition. Instead, it focuses on price, delivery of the product, functions, features, and customers' needs and wishes. They both are important, but the company needs to maintain a balance across the organization. In case of any problem, then the team should have the capabilities to handle it. The other goal is to earn a profit, reinvest it, and increase it more. Nowadays, businesses and companies have sufficient resources and tools to come up with a productive pricing method. However, it would a lot of effort, financial resources, and strategies to establish an effective strategy. And then we move to strategies of target pricing. A target pricing strategy is an approach that determines the price for a product with determining quality in order to get the desired profit or a selling price. The target pricing definition lays the emphasis on the target price rather than management accounting technique. The target price methodical procedures that applies data and information to achieve the target price of the product. What does the target price aim to achieve? The main aim of target pricing is to plan, manage, and of course reduce costs. The focus and the attention of this model should be on the competition and the market. The strategy focuses on customers' needs and requirements in terms of functions and quality, also in terms of delivery and price. It is very important to balance the trade across the company and teams who can address the issues at a very early stage of development. The main objective of the targeting price strategy is to make more money. Of course, also reinvest and grow more. These days, companies use many tools and methods in order to facilitate the productive price process. It requires a lot of financial planning and strategies for the development of this strategy. There is a common relationship between price and revenues. volumes, investments, and costs. And then we move to the key components of target pricing. The first component, market-driven pricing. The desired selling price is determined based on market conditions, customers' expectations, and the competitive landscape. And then the second, cost reduction efforts. Organizations focus on reducing costs through process improvements, innovation, and supplier negotiations to meet the target costs. And then third, target costs. The company works backward from the target price to establish a cost that allows them to achieve a desired profit margin. And fourth, continuous improvement. Companies continually monitor and adjust their target pricing strategy to maintain competitiveness and profitability. I think this is enough. Thanks for watching.